Greetings and welcome to the broadcast. I'm your host, and we're back to a great find at Dollar Tree again. Look at this. We've got a solar light, some lighters, and a spiritual light, a Bible that's just unbelievable for $1. Well, Scripto views, these things don't seem to have a lot of gas in them. They're about a third empty, it looks like, when you get them. We're going to go ahead and take a look at those. We found surprises in virtually all three of these items. On the Bible now, this is very unusual. This Bible was a big surprise, way better than the last one we tested. Look at these vent holes up here in the packaging. Actual vent holes that work. I've never seen that in the Bible. Then when we go over to here, the big dude on the block, $1, you get a rechargeable battery. You get, it's a AAA inside there. You get a solar cell. You get the circuitry. You get some diffusers, light diffusers. There was a lot going on with this. Now, unfortunately, there was a little accident here at the McIsencraft studio, just assembling one of these. We're going to let you go ahead and see that. Things happen. Notice how up here where I put my fingernail, how the right is, what that cell's covered up. You got 3 full cells. If you look real close to the right, it was kind of covered up. Maybe that's why they're only $1. Well, hey, let's get to the Bible. That's my favorite. Let's get this thing out of here and take a look at it first. Hey, great. No smell. It smells clean. It looks good inside. Let's give it a little test. Pull it out. It comes with a little bookmarker. And again, the solidness, the precision of this, really nice. Now, one thing I don't like is that little oak leaf up on there. I don't know what that might signify. But anyway, the font is sharp. It's clear. You pick this up, you can feel the quality. I want to get up into the binding up there on the top, jam my finger on the top and see how that thing's... No, that's good. Very good. They've done a great job on this thing. Again, big difference for the other Bibles we tested for $1 here a while back. We're going to do a combination edge register test and also see if those pages were dried properly when they were made. That's great. A+. That's the best Bible we've ever tested at Dollar Tree. I've never seen this on Bibles costing over $100. See how the red ink is on the left? It says red ink. That's a great feature. Not just that it has red ink, it tells you up on the front page. And here you can see Revelation 2 is the one that has Jesus' word all in red. Good job, all even. Now, it's got an ISBN number on it, so hey, let's get a little closer. If any of you guys want to order these things from the store, you can see a little bit better. Well, that's it. A lot for the Bible. Now, in the Pacific Northwest, we have a little test we're going to do here. If you ever sold I've been around Bibles for years. We're going to take a drop of this water and put it on the so-called gold gilded edge. A high-quality Bible will repel that water. We're going to put it right down by the actual cover to see if it will go inside there. Let it sit for a moment. If it's a good Bible, it'll pour right off of there. It will not go into the Bible. Let's see what happens with that drop of water. Perfect. Just like it's supposed to do. It poured right off. You don't want to do that a lot. It's not a joke. That's just something you test if you're going to be into Bibles in a big way. There's a lot to a Bible, believe me. Well, now we're going to go... First of all, we made a mistake here. These things have switches in them that disable the circuitry, so they did not charge. We put them in the sun, but they didn't charge until you pull out the tab. And this is the tab that's got to come out. So we got that done. Finally got her going here and got it disassembled. And you can just take a look, and once the tab's out, the circuitry's done, then you have to recharge them up again. It's kind of a safety, I guess, for shipping purposes. Now, the actual lens acts like an on-off switch, so that tells me the circuitry is good. You can see the solar cell itself is an on-off switch. Now, as you read what comes with it, I was surprised to find out it has a AAA rechargeable solar battery inside. Now, I tried to take this thing apart. Unfortunately, there's a little lens in the bottom. And let's see if we can read a Bible with this thing real fast. Just turn it. Red China, where these are made, they won't let them read Bibles. Yeah, you can. Look at that. That's amazing. Let's get back to business. There's a little lens on top. There's 3 screws. I only got the first 2 out. The third one's on the base end. And after pulling that top, the little lens fell down on top. You can see it down here. See that? Oh, it just went down. See that? I was a little bit careless. I didn't do my research first. So that thing's just covering. Here, look at my thumb right now. This is actually kind of a parabolic lens built into this thing. Look how bright it makes the tip of my thumb right in that spot. They're trying to harvest every minuscule of light lumen they can out of this LED. So we kind of learned something there through our mistake. This thing just has 3 ears on. You pull it out, and you can just walk around with this thing in your pocket and have a little light, a little night light. And here, this thing that I messed up on, it would fit kind of like this, and it would diffuse the light and push it out into the room. A little bit of good engineering went into this thing. Now inside, can you believe this for $1? You got a little logic board that has like 8 or 9 deals on it. A replaceable battery. You could put a regular battery in, and it'll work for a long time. A 1.5 or 1.2 volt. Now this looks messy, but it really was in square. I was not able to remove it even after I removed the adhesive. Here you can see the lens that's built into the ends of almost all LEDs. This is called a wide angle. I'm going to try to let you get just a sense of what it really would do if you decide to take one apart. And if you decide to put this back together and rehabilitate these things, here's where you put this strip in, and it goes right in there by the battery and acts like a shut-off switch for shipping or for storage. Well, let's get over to the lighters. A lot of warnings on here about kids. Geez, I've never seen so many kids mention them. On the front, be careful of children. Don't let the children, something might happen. On the back, we get to take a look. The first thing we think about, we've got some warnings. By the way, it's got a great flame. It's not dirty like some. Here's the child warning. You can see this. And on the back, well, kids. All right, not for kids. Children can happen. If that's not enough, they talk about death mentioned twice, or the word death and things can happen in English, and muerte mentioned once in Spanish. So maybe we better be careful of these lighters. Either that or somebody's worried about a lawsuit. Anyway, let's go ahead and get one of these things out of their jacket and take a look at it. I want to find out if these things burn clean or not. Some of the stuff in China that has a nasty gas in it and burns yellow. Hopefully we'll get some good clean gas. We'll have a nice blue base to it. Yeah, well made. Feels good. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up a little bit and see how loud it is. That's awful loud. You wouldn't want to take that out on a hunting trip. It's a nice clean flame. Turn it around a little bit. Now let's tilt this thing to the left and to the right and see if it spits. No, it didn't spit. Let's try it again. Fire it up and turn it to the right, and it doesn't spit. Hey, that's good for a cheap 50-cent lighter. Again, 2 for $1 in the package. Now we're going to give it a little upside shake like that to pop to see if we can get a globule to come out. Good, it passes the test. Now a little more vigorous shaking. See if we can get just one. Nope, not even one spit. That's some good engineering. Notice the blue base of the flame. Those guys did a great job on this thing. Let's really get down to business and see what we can make this thing do. Okay, we can turn it up and down with one hand. Up with one hand, down with one hand. This is important if you're in a survival situation or out in the woods. Now we're going to modify this a little bit. You do not do that. We just do that because we've done it many times before. But you can see this little area in here. You want to make sure you always have the front part tilted away from you to the front and fill that up as best you can and let it soak that kind of a tubular deal that acts like a membrane. It's a weird deal the way it atomizes the propane or butane. Well, it's well made. We got to take the safety cover off just to kick this thing up a little bit. And you hear that? That's gas. That's a valve test we just did to make sure it's shut off good. Okay, the safety cover's gone. We're going to do something we're not going to let you see here, but we're going to kick it up here a little bit and see if the valving can take a look. Very sharp cuts on the wheel. Good flint, good location. Nothing really wrong with this. I've had a lot of these apart. I mean, for like the last 20 years, I've taken these apart. Okay, we're getting about a 5-inch flame. We've overridden the safety. About a 5-inch flame for survival purposes. You could signal somebody with this. And then now we're really going to punch it up to about a 6-inch flame. This is way too much except for an emergency. But it handles the load. Most lighters at $1 will not handle this much. And you can see how much brightness it'll do to a room. All right, well, let's go ahead and put the safety cover back on here in a minute. And you can see all you got. We've used this much gas during our experiment, shown here what these little lighters will do. We've wrung it out pretty good. It's passed every test. And by the way, the fuel burns clean, not a bad smell like some of them. Now you just pour it down like that and keep that membrane that looks like a white straw on the left, keep that wet. Well, what do you say, folks? We've looked at some things, haven't we? I've shown you 3 things here at the McIsencraft studio. I've shown you a light with a lighter. I've shown you a light with, well, this down here, an LED light. And there's another light. It's the light of the Word of God. It's called the Gospel. You know what? If you can get your hands on one of these, fine. Look at that thing. We've pepped that up. But you have to pep the Word up. I can't pep the Bible up, but you can. You can read it with one hand or two hands. Get one. Get yourself a Bible, an old one, and take a look at it. Read it. That's all. Just that easy. Just like that. It's the most published book on earth and can oftentimes do your world good. Now, are you scared? Are you scared? Let me just ask you. I didn't think so. To read just the first 10 pages of an old Bible this week? This week? Well, I hope not. Here at McIsencraft, we wish you well. Even if you don't read a Bible, we want to encourage you to get close to the Lord. And if you can, just say your prayers. We believe that Jesus is Lord here, and that's why that red ink was on that Bible to let you know that it really is true. Take care. Lord bless all of you. We'll have maybe something for you later on, Lord willing. And bye for now.
Seems long, but keep pressing onward, for you're almost home. And I'll seat you and I'll serve you, for the table is spread, and you'll never, no, never be hungry again. I've seen all your labor, and it's not in vain, for you have been faithful in the sunshine and rain. And I'll seat you and I'll serve you, for the table is spread, and you'll never, no, never be hungry again. When the battle is raging and you're weak from the strain, in temptation just remember to call on my name. I will never forsake you or leave you alone. Little lamb in my bosom, I'll carry you home. And I'll seat you and I'll serve you, for the table is spread, and you'll never, no, never be hungry again. So just keep pressing onward, look, your prize is in view, a Sabbath eternal is waiting for you.